So let's start with this quick snapshot of everything that went into this cornbread dressing. I used everything here in this photo except for the chicken. At the last minute, I decided not to bake chicken, but I did still use the smoked turkey wings. So let's get started. First things first, I took my turkey legs that were previously frozen, thawed them out. I wrapped them in foil, poured a little bit of apple juice in there, and just put those in the oven to let them warm up so that I could rip them apart to use them. I then took this pan, sauteed my sage sausage, then set that to the side on a napkin to drain some of the grease. In that exact same pot, I then added my stick of butter, let that melt, then added in all of my chopped vegetables, which is my onion, my celery, and my bell pepper. Then I sauteed that here in the butter until it was soft. Now, once my vegetables were fairly soft, I just went in, seasoned it with a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of garlic salt, just to put a little bit of flavoring into the vegetables. Nothing major. Now on to the mixing. You have my cornbread. Typically, the best dressing is made with cornbread that was made a day before and allowed to refrigerate and dry out. So I made my cornbread per the instructions on the package the day before, and I just set it in the refrigerator. Today I pulled it out, crumbled it up, put it in a bowl. Now I'm adding in the vegetables that we just finished sauteing in the butter. So we're just going to give this a slight mix to loosen up the cornbread and get prepared for the remaining ingredients. Next, we're going to follow this up with 1 can of cream of chicken condensed soup. And then we're going to then add 1 can of cream of mushroom condensed soup. So with the full pack of Ritz crackers, I only use half the pack for this recipe. Just put them into a Ziploc bag, crushed it up, and then added that into my mixture. And now we're going to add in our meats, which is the ground sausage that we prepared earlier, as well as the turkey wings that we put in the oven to warm up. I went ahead and deboned those and cut it up. So we have both of the meats here to just drop into the mixture. In order to finally begin to pull this together, now we're going to need to add in that chicken broth. I have a full canister here, well, a full box of chicken broth here. Pour in maybe a third of it, just to make it soupy enough. Well, not extra soupy, but liquidy enough to be able to get that mix going for you. Okay, since I got that partially mixed up, what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and add in my seasonings. So that's gonna be some rubbed sage, a little poultry seasoning, a little more more poultry seasoning than sage, a little garlic powder, a little seasoning salt. Then I'm gonna go with 2 eggs. Green onions. And finish it off with a little more chicken stock. All right, now once you get that all mixed up, go ahead and do a taste test. Clean fork. Perfect. Now you want to bring in your greased pan. Now I'm only cooking a little bit of this tonight because I'm going to freeze this and save it for Christmas. That's about all we need for now. I'm gonna take this, drop it in the oven, cook it at 375 for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until it gets the consistency that you like. And I do cover it in the beginning, and then once it the last 15 minutes or so, you can take the foil off. Okay, so I have pulled this out of the oven. Let's give it a look. Cooking very nicely. So we're just gonna stir it up here, get those sides in. Oh, it smells so good. And then we're gonna just put this back in the oven, uncovered, for another 15 to 20 minutes to go ahead and dry out and get that crust for us. Alright, so our finished product, we pulled it on out. It's nice and moist. Look at that. Full of meat, seasoning. Good moist dressing.